This is uh this is what I feel like doing every day in life, knuckling up and fighting, right? That's what you should do. Stand up. Get your confidence back. Look yourself in the mirror and make some promises. Write down your goals in life and put it up on the wall. Vision board, stuff like that. Yeah, those things work. But it has to be somewhere where you see it every day. You see it every day. Stand up and fight. Stand up and fight. Um, man, I'm looking better, let me tell you. I feel better. In some of my videos I talk about kind of certain things and whatnot, but today I want to share with you the power of a second opinion. The power of a second opinion. Um, first of all, we are all human. We're all human. So I say that to say, don't just take someone's feedback like the gospel, wherever you go. Dentist, surgeon, general practitioner, lawyer, project manager, accountant, finance. I chuckle because I guess I'm still a project manager, but I've done that for like about 10 years and I've seen the worst, let me tell you. Um, so like in anything, there's good doctors, there's bad doctors, there's good lawyers, there's bad lawyers, yin and yang, right? Everywhere you go. And I know when you're somewhat naive and you're coming up and you have issues and problems and you just don't know which way to go and stuff like that, then you can get caught up with some bad advice. So this is an example of the power of a second advice. Always ask a second advice, maybe a third, but past the third is kind of like, you just like when you're applying for a mortgage, you get one or two competitive rates, maybe a third one, but that's like past that, okay. So I'm 40 years old, by the way. If you haven't seen any of my videos and whatnot, so I'm 40. This is two examples I'm gonna give you. So one example in my late 20s. We're talking 28, maybe 27, 29. I don't know, man. I got hit with serious depression, like serious depression. I was a factor of '08 when '08 hit. The economic conditions of America wasn't so good. Couldn't find a job, pivot, went to grad school, came out. Job I had wasn't all that pristine. Dealing with certain women that didn't value me and all that stuff. So I was like in depression mode, dude. I was like straight up depression mode to the fact that I stopped taking care of myself. Like, to be real with you, I didn't I I didn't brush my teeth for like months. I was depressed when I used to wake up and in the bathroom and you go wash your face and whatnot. I always had the lights off. I did not want to look at myself. It was just weird depression. Like, and when someone came and popped the light up because they had to go through the bathroom, I used to scream and fight and get pissed off that someone put the light on because I was forced to look at myself. So I know what I'm talking about. I know the signs of depression and everything, and I don't. That's bad. If you're going through that, man, look, get get spiritual. Look for God in any fashion that is. Look within yourself and make steps to get out of that, whether you got to see a counselor and all that good stuff. So part of the story is that, and by the way, I went through like months and months afterwards trying to get all my smiles back, all the cavity fills and deep cleanings and stages because it was, oh my God, it was gone. Um, so part of the story is that I kept having this pain here. Obviously, it was a cavity. I kept having this pain, but I didn't brush my teeth, and I was a weirdo that I knew when food was around it, it made my teeth feel better, like impacted. and I used to put chocolate there like a dummy. I used to put chocolate there and go to sleep, and it was weird. I was just a weird, full of depression, don't know which way to go and whatnot. So, um, Lord and behold, one day that tooth deteriorated and it fell, and it was like a hole in my tooth, straight up. And you hear certain old school songs, old school Caribbean songs and stuff about sucking your teeth and thing like that. And I was like, oh wow, like now I know. Like everywhere I went, I was sucking my tooth. I was just sucking it, because there was a hole in my tooth, and I was just sucking it, and it kept deteriorating. It kept getting bad and bad and bad and bad. So long, that long story short, I went to a dentist. I was like, when I was trying to pick up myself, and I was like, man, this is bad. I was dumb. I shouldn't let myself go like this, and I started kind of rebuilding myself, right? And I went to a dentist, sat down, and let me tell you, some of these dentists down in South Florida, I don't live in South Florida no more, but some of these dentists down in South Florida, they treat you different. And everyone that's from South Florida knows what I'm talking about. Um, they treat you different when you look different. I'm I'm gonna just leave it right there. So I went in, some dude, some guy, I'm pretty sure he was just fed up with life himself. He had like bills and like everybody else. I sit down, looks at me, opens up my mouth, kind of was rough with me, by the way. He was just rough, and he's like, I got he's like, you got two tooth that's decaying, two of them. It was like back to back, 'cause I guess one was gone and one spread the illness to the other. He's like, I I, I got to take them both out, and I'm here like, what the heck? I was expecting one, and the other one, I'm looking at him like, what? And it's just attitude, just this brash attitude. It's like I gotta take both of them out. That's it. And I was looking at him, and something in my spirit told me no. Something in my spirit said get a second opinion. So because I know there's good doctors, there's bad doctors, there's good dentists, bad dentists, good lawyers, bad lawyers. I've always known that in my life. I've never looked at someone's profession and been like, oh my God. I've never has that been me. So I just looked at him and I was like, this man, the way he treats me, he gives me attitude and he's very brash with me. I was like, no. I got up. I was like, no, I'm leaving. And I left. I went to another dentist, same day. Just drove to another location for another dentist. Sat down. Person looked on me and says, oh, okay, I can save the back one, but this one we just got to take out. The one with the hole in it, which I'm like, I get it. The one with the hole in it. She's like, we just got to take it out. And I was like, man, are you sure? Are you sure? She's like, yeah, there's no saving that one, but the other one I can save. And I was like, oh, because so and so down the road told me he had to take it out. And she looked at me and she was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. That he really told you that? I was like, yeah. And she just had this face like she couldn't believe it. She just couldn't believe it. And mind you, he it was a way of making more money. Obviously, these tooth extractions, they're not free. They're not totally like 10 stacks or nothing like that, but they're not free. So it was to me, it was a way of making more money on his end. Didn't care about me, and was just rough. And I'll just leave it there. Okay. So I told this lady, all right, I'll rock with you. I didn't say it like that, but I was like, okay. She took it out, saved the other one. Did a plan of going getting deep cleanings and restoring myself and whatnot, which kind of I continued the plan as I moved out of South Florida, went to a dentist here, and hey, I'm every 6 months. I get checkups, I get cleaning, okay. I restored everything, but took a while. So So I didn't have a tooth here, man. Every time I smiled, it was empty. And that made and let me tell you, that hits your confidence. That hits your confidence. You're afraid to smile around people. Whenever I was trying to meet women or whatnot, I had to make sure they're on this side because if they're on this side, it's like, what the hell's going on with your mouth? Um, and eventually I got an implant. So that's one story of a second opinion. Don't trust these dentists when they tell you things. Get a second opinion in any profession, lawyer, whatever, any profession. Get a second opinion. Maybe a third if you want to, but okay. And to wrap up that story, I got my tooth implant, and how ironic is this? It was tooth number 13, right? Lucky number 13. How ironic is that? I lose a tooth and it's number 13. Whatever. Um, so I get the implant, $2,000 when every other dentist was charging like 5,000, 6,000, you name it. How did I get the implant for $2,000? Because I moved up to the Carolinas. There was this place in Raleigh, and I had to drive like 3 hours to get there. Carolina Implants, that they have the equipment in house, so they fabricate the tooth right there, right there inside that office. They fit you and everything, and most of these dentists out here, they have to send the information to a third party to make the tooth, and then it comes back. That's why they'll be charging you $5,000, $6,000. Okay, let me give you some game. If you are missing a tooth and you want the you don't want to get no bridge or no weird stuff like that, get an actual implant. That's healthier for you in the long run. I'm not sure if you're around the Carolinas, Carolina implants or something like that, but look around, ask for any dentist office that has the actual machine in the building where they can fabricate the tooth for you right then and there, and they don't gotta send it out. That's how I paid two stacks. Okay, that's game. Now I got my tooth back, and my confidence came back a long time, and everything like that. So that's good. That's one example of a second opinion. The other example of a second opinion. It's a little bit more in depth, right? When I was in Costa Rica, I visit Costa Rica, and that's where I proposed to my then girlfriend. But prior to that, I got hit by a semi truck driving the streets, and there's a video of that. I think I named it like how I died two times and lived or something like that. But yeah, all of a sudden I started getting migraines right over here, like actually like right here. And because that accident, it was just like a car. I hit myself very hard and knocked out and whatever. And I figured like, bro, I messed myself up. I have like some weird issues here. I have a tumor. I'm like, I'm like thinking all these craziness. And it took a year into it of feeling pain to really start getting more scared about it. And then I went to I contacted the general practitioner, got a referral to a neurologist, went to the neurologist, and hey man, I'm not saying nothing of nothing, but if you're a doctor and you're coming to me and you look like your body is broken down, I'm not gonna take you that serious. I'm not. I'm not gonna take you that serious. I don't care where you studied, what degree you have. I have a graduate's degree. I've been around people that became dentists and my best friend is a chiropractor, that still lives in South Florida. I know CPAs, I know lawyers, I know, people I went to school with. We just went different routes. So I'm not that impressed, unless you're a surgeon. That's kind of like wow. You cut people open and you save lives. That's like wow. But okay. So the guy comes in kind of broken down, really. He's like hunched over. He's just freaking broken, just broken down. And and he's talking to me and he's like, "Oh, everyone gets migraines in the United States of America. It's like 85, 90% of people get migraines. It's a normal thing. That 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 accident you had in Costa Rica just triggered your migraines. And I'm like, what the, like, what am I hearing? What am I hearing? And he wouldn't, and kind of go back and forth. And I'm like, dude, just put me for a CAT scan because I need to see what's going on here, you know? And he subscribed me some pills, which I'm a big advocate of. Yes, take the pill, fix your problem, and then realize how to get off the pill. Okay? It was this little pill, this little skinny, yeah, all these little skinny little pills that has all these chemical effects to you. So I popped it, boom, headache gone. And I was like, oh man, that's freaking beautiful. Just beautiful. And I'm here, pop another pill next day, headache gone. While I'm waiting for the CAT scan stuff. The results come in and he tells me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. So why am I getting these headaches? He couldn't answer me. Couldn't answer me. And I was like, okay, I'm not taking these damn. I hanged up the phone and everything like that. But I was like, I'm not taking these pills no more. I'm not taking these damn pills no more. I'm not like, because then you have a pill for this, you have a pill for that, you have a pill for that, you have a pill for this, and next thing you know, damn near. And I was what, kind of 30, mid 30s, I think. I don't know what I was, mid 30s. Next thing you know, you're on like 15 pills. You're 40, 45 on 15 freaking pills. And it's just killing your body. It really is. So, okay. All right, bet. So, I'm not taking these pills no more. I just tossed it. Tossed it, not caring if the headache was going to come back. I was like, all right. Back then, I was like, let me stop eating. So I stopped eating. I changed up my diet. During the day, I had cashews, like unsalted, just natural cashews with raisins. And I used to just eat that during the day and drink coconut water. And then I started doing yoga and stretching and whatnot, kind of getting my body back. And that's beautiful, let me tell you. Cashews, unsalted cashews with raisins together as you eat it is nice. It elements your body, and the coconut water gets you going. So that kind of helped, kind of set my body right. And then I was like, something is wrong, because although the pain here started going away, I still kind of had it here and there. So I went to the chiro. I went to the chiropractor. Went to the chiropractor and I started getting adjustments once a month. And it did wonders for my body. It did wonders for my body. Like a good chiropractor. I might do another video of good chiropractors versus bad chiropractors. Mind you, my best friend from down south, still in Miami, is a chiro. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, and from just empirical evidence, just out here and going to different people and hearing them and seeing how they adjust me and comparison to what I know of the profession and stuff like that. I know what I'm talking about. So, okay, gone to the chiropractor, crack my back, align me. All endorphins are released from my spine into my body and fixing myself and all that. And then they crack my neck. Booyah, booyah, headache's gone, headache gone. One chiro told me, and remind you, I was a project manager. You work like this all day on a computer, you're hunched over, really get out and do exercise and whatnot. So you're destroying your body. All these office workers out there, you're destroying your body. You got to get up, you got to walk, you got to have the desk that puts up where you stand up and you work. Those things are expensive, but um, you got to do what you got to do. So, so this Cairo, he was telling me, man, all these like certain, I say infractions, but all these little pains in your neck and down your spine, especially down your neck. Your neck has some connection where from like back here, it connects up here. And once he started cracking me, this pain just went away. It just went away. Here and there. Now I'm to a point where I go to a chiro once a month just for a tune-up. They check my hip, my back, you know, they get my neck in order, and then it kind of clears up stuff over here. But this is what I need for wellness, right? For wellness. So So there you go. That was the second opinion of what happened here. Yeah, I did the CAT scan. He was just kept pushing pills to me, and that's a no-no, right? If someone just keeps pushing pills and pills and pills, a pill for this, a pill for that, a pill for this, a pill for that, you have to slow everything down and analyze your life. And every time I do these things, I definitely start by not eating. I see what's coming, with what I'm intaking. Um, and I start analyzing myself. I mean, here and there, I have a good stretch life. I stretch. I make sure I'm limber. I go once a month to the chiro. I definitely get my teeth cleaned every 6 months now. I don't miss a beat. So and any ailments in life that, I always get a second opinion. I will slow everything down, analyze things. Um, so that's what I'm telling you to do. Whatever it is, whether it's a dentist, pain in your forehead, anything of anything, your car mess up, take it to a different mechanic. And by the way, Meineke are the best. From my experience, all the other car shops, they get you. They get you. Somewhat Meineke, from my experience, has been on point, other than just going to straight to the dealership. Um, but they get you because they got to upcharge. So certain things you want to do at the dealership, certain things you just want to go around to your neighborhood spot. I recommend Meineke. Never had any issues with them, and I've taken my car, different cars I've had in the past to different locations. But um, yeah, so that's what I'm telling you. Get a second opinion in everything and anything in life. It will save you a tooth. It will save you some medical bills down the road because you're hopped up on pills and you're introducing more pills for other issues that you have and all that stuff. So, and there's other experiences I've had where I've gotten a second opinion and it worked out for me. So always get a second opinion. Even when you're buying a mattress, right? Go to one mattress store, play the game, hear their spiel, go to another mattress store, go to their competitors, hear what they say, make your assessment, and then just dicker with the sales associate. It means to haggle and bargain and all that stuff, right? Just do that. Always get a second opinion, maybe a third opinion. I mean, I bring in that mattress example because I used to sell beds for a living back in the days. I know the game. I know they upcharge damn near 300% from cost, 400% sometimes from cost. And there's always room to negotiate, but you gotta have your research done. You gotta come up. You gotta go into these stores at a certain time of the day, or a certain time of the month and stuff like that. I mean, there's game and everything. Um, so yeah, so I just wanted to impart that to you guys. Take control of your life. Take control of yourself and ask for a second opinion. It helped me. Pretty sure it'll help you. All right.